Good morning, gentlemen. Saturday, June 29th, 2019. Yes, it is my birthday. 26 years old. Can't believe I've made it to 26. What am I doing today? I'm going to convert the Mustang to run on E85. E85 is 85% ethanol, 15% gasoline. You get about a 20 horsepower bump at the rear wheels. And it's cheaper, but you use more of it, so that's probably going to be a wash. But it's the equivalent of 100 plus octane as opposed to the 93 here, which is, that's right, 93. So what do you need to do that? Well, a couple of things. You need to get a tune, which I've already got. I've got a great tuner that Schrader Performance that makes my tunes, and they email them to me. I load them in my tuner, and then I'll have two. The second thing is injectors, which is what I'm changing now. So I've taken the fuel rail out. The fuel rail is over here. And since you're flowing, you need to flow more fuel. You need an injector that flows more fuel. So these are 47-pound injectors right here. These are the old ones. Don't really look too much different, but I've got to change the remaining 6. And then the fuel rail will go back in the car. And then what I'll do is, I mentioned I had 2 tunes. I have one for 93, one for E85. So I'll run the car, the rest of the fuel out of the tank, the 93 that's in it now. And then when it's as low as possible, I'll go over to the station, fill it up with E85, and then while I'm sitting there, I'll switch the tune to E85. So, like I mentioned, 20 horsepower at the rear wheels, probably going to cost me $400 for 20 horsepower at the rear wheels in the performance world. It's a pretty good deal. So anyway, that is what I'm doing. All right. Hey, just a little tidbit for you guys. If you're doing this job, something I watched all the other videos, but something nobody else had mentioned doing, which made it a lot easier, is when you're going to remove the old injector, just a little shot of WD-40 right there makes it a lot easier. Just wiggle it a little bit and then it'll make it a lot easier. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Yeah. Okay. Makes it a lot easier to pop out. You also got to make sure that the O-ring comes off, because sometimes they have a tendency to stick inside. And then make sure you keep your old ones and your new ones separate, because how bad would that suck going through all this just to inject your old injectors. Inject your old injectors. It's pretty funny. Install your own injectors. It would not be good. But anyway, you can put a little bit of something on these to put them back in, but they really go in pretty quickly. You want to install them. The easiest way to keep track, try and install them. Well, you actually have to install them in the same orientation as they come out. So it goes in like this. You see that little slash right there through? See that right there? That's where the clip. I'll show you how this goes in. So they go in gently, and then you take the little clip, and what happens is the clip, man, I got to get something to wear on my head. Terrible camera work, Jeff. So that one's actually needs to be rotated a little bit, and then what happens is actually a lot of it like that, and then you can see the clip. See how it slides right through. So let's see if I can do this. Very fiddly right now, trying to do this one-handed. Yeah. See how the orientation, I had the orientation off a little bit. So now that's about perfect. So one-handed mechanics garage, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, I'm gonna have to. Okay. So you can see what that does. It just slides in like that, holds it down. You can see it's in the same. Boom, boom. All right. Hey guys, so I got it done. You can feel, now mind you, I'm only going up one step on injectors. So I think stock is like 35 pound injectors. I went up to 47s. So it's not a huge difference, but definitely in the mid-range, not on the top end of the power band, but on the mid-range and the low end, octane tune that I did. I got to run, I've got a half a tank of 93 I got to run through. As soon as I get through with that, I can do, here, you know what, it's my birthday, I can do this, hold on 1 second. I can run the E85 through, but I got to get as much of the 93 out as I can. I'll wait for traffic to go here. Do not want to die on my birthday. Would not be a good thing. Come on, man. Okay. So, obviously it's a video, you won't be able to tell much, but Jesus. Okay. Oh man. Okay, let me rephrase this whole video. Yeah, there's quite a big difference, really, just from injectors. The car has never done that before. That was pretty insane. But anyway, like I said, I think it was about a $400 thing. It was like $280, a little over $400. It was $287 for the injectors. Shop around a lot. I used Ford Racing ones. There's some other companies out there like Injector Dynamics is good, but they're really expensive. Anything I've ever done that's Ford Racing has always been decent. So those were like $287, and then the tune, because I wanted the 93 and the 87 octane tune, and I got cammed tunes, which I don't know if you're familiar with these cars. On this generation of Mustang, you can do a tune that mimics having a cam in the car. I know it's kind of cheese dick, but it's kind of cool for car shows and stuff. You pull up and the car is loping. But as far as drivability, it's a little bit of a pain. I've got the normal tunes in now. So that was 195. So 287, 195. You do the math. It's a noticeable difference. Again, I'm running on 93 right now, and the car just took off like a bucking horse. I have no idea, you know, and E85 is supposed to be more octane, supposed to run even harder. So probably shoot another video